Welcome in here to episode number 126 of Burns and Berman, the third consecutive double victory Monday. You love to see it. Three in a row.
Three in a row, double victory Mondays for the Burns and Berman show is ridiculous.
You know
That's
what else?
unheard of. Yes. You almost getting jumped outside the game?
We're going to get to that in a second. That's also crazy.
That's really funny.
Before we get even into that, this week, this is our fifth season doing a pick'em. This is the second season you have done it with us.
Yep.
The best week in the Next Network history for picks is 14-2.
14-2.
The fans this week are 13-0, and I am 12-1. You are 10-3. And let's put it this way.
Bounce back. This
is how easy, this is how predictable it was this week. At 9-4, Michael has the worst record of picks. At 9-4.
Yeah.
At 10-3, you're third.
Who else did he pick? What did he do?
Well, his upset of the week was wrong. All three of us got our upset wrong. And then he lone wolf on Jacksonville. On Dallas.
After a loss, Francis, I always thought that you were a Lions fan.
He is a Lions fan. Because of Hutch.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was with you on Denver.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. But yeah. All
right. Which game you want to talk about first? Yours or mine?
Rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Okay. We're gonna see, but you're gonna do it under the table, and then at 2:15 on the clock, you got to raise it. Okay. So ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, I have my move. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Ready?
Damn. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. All right. Listen, just keeping it very brief and very simple. Bears are back. I'm going to say it one more time. Just one more time. Bears are back. What wasn't good enough? Bears are back. What do we think? One more time, Josh. Do I need to say it again? The Chicago Bears are back. They're back 4-2 into the fucking bye week. Last year when we were doing the show, this same team, well, not the same team, but same franchise, started 0-4 to begin the season. 0-4. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But there is one problem that I want to talk about, and that is this same Chicago Bears team in the first quarter. This is now 4 weeks in a row where the first quarter never looks good. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it has to do with that rumor going around. The Bears don't use an opening game script, but the first quarter looks bad every single week. It's bad. It's a problem. Besides that, once we actually get into the mess of the game, holy shit, this team, they look fantastic. I know we played the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know that we played the Panthers. I know that we played the Rams. I know that we played who we beat before that, the Titans. I know. Number one, you can only play who's on your schedule, guys. I wish that we could play the Kansas City Chiefs every week, but that's not the way that lined up. And number two, last year, if this same Bears team played against all those teams that we have beaten so far this year, we would be going down to the wire with them. There would be plenty of mistakes. It wouldn't look pretty. The Bears are third in the NFL in point differential with plus 47 points so far this season. They are killing these teams, killing them. And the NFC North also picked up on that because if you look at the top 4 teams in the NFL by point differential, it is the entirety of the NFC North.
I was about to say, Burns, you have another problem. This.
Yes.
That's your problem.
Yes, I was going to get into that.
The Bears are a problem. This is what I thought you were going to get at. This is your problem.
Yeah, no, this is a problem, and it's a bad one. It's a bad one. Well, number one, here's the thing. Any NFC North game this year is going to be really fun to watch. It's going to be a great time to watch, which is good for the division, good for the people, But number two, playing these three teams 6 total times in the last 8 weeks of the season is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the other two teams
Actually,
that we
as a whole, how many divisional games have been played in the NFC North by everybody? Really?
One. Vikings, Packers. That's it.
So the Vikings and Packers are the only two teams in the division that have played each other.
The second one is this Sunday. Packers, Lions, Vikings.
Okay,
Lions, Vikings.
First of all, that means that this will balance itself out at least a little bit naturally.
Yeah.
Just because, obviously.
But the Bears don't hit the division until week 11.
Right. I was talking about everybody.
Yeah, but no,
it's not going to. Starting in the next few weeks, it's just not going to look like this because they're going to start playing against each other.
With no context or anything on top of that, what's the craziest thing to say? That you could put the last place team in the NFC North right now in 5 out of 8 divisions in the NFL, and if they were there, they would be either tied for first place or first place in that division.
Yep,
that's absurd. This is ridiculous, man. It's unheard of. I mean, they're the first division since the 2002 realignment to have what's it called? To have all 4 teams have 4 wins going into week 6. Well, after week 6. And obviously there's a divisional game this weekend, but outside of that, man, I think that this whole division is just going to keep winning. They're just going to keep winning.
Well, here's the thing. The 2023 AFC North is the first division in NFL history to have 4 teams finish with a winning record. Are you looking at the second?
Josh, right now, in the way that
right now it looks like it, but the fact that these divisions, since there have been no divisional games for the Bears and the Viking, or is the Bears and the Lions? Bears and Lions have not played a single divisional game, and the Vikings and Packers have played 1.
Yeah.
If a team goes 2-4 in the division, any of the teams go 2-4 in the division, well then you can only lose 4 more games after that to avoid a losing record.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is I think that could happen. This could be the second division with everybody having a winning record. If the Bears, when they get back from the bye, if they go 2-1, at least 2-1 their next 3 games.
Well, your next game is a massive, massive test, and we're gonna get into. You know what? Let's get into them right now. Because
the commies game, Bears commies. Is that rule still real where Monday Night Football can't be changed?
Yes.
Until week. Okay.
Until later in the year.
Making sure. Which is kind of weird. I really don't see why.
You also have to do it on 2 weeks' notice. They would have to announce that. I think, or 2 or 3 weeks or something like that.
They'd have to announce it this week.
I think they'd have to announce it today.
Yeah,
I believe, or even if it was allowed to do now. But
Bears commies at a noon game is kind of crazy.
Believe me, I have things to say about what happened after the game. But before we do that, I want to talk about the actual game. I do want to talk about the actual game first, because we'll get into that in a second.
My dad texts me. It's like, Josh almost got jumped, and I'm like, my Josh.
Fine, let's talk about that now. Let's start with it.
Yeah. That's the most entertaining. But hey, last notes on the Bears game. They look good. Thank God we have this bye week. We needed it. Because Tyreek Stevenson's out. Jaquan Brisker's out. Kyler Gordon got banged up during the game. Our only really healthy member in the secondary right now is Jalen Johnson. So thank God we have this bye week this week before we play Washington. And then we can figure it out and we'll be ready to roll. But bear down, 4-2, bye week. I'm so happy. Stress-free football for 2 weeks. Go ahead, Josh.
So what's interesting about this battle of the Beltway rivalry here that you have is that these two teams, the actual players and their organization, there really is no hatred whatsoever. There really isn't.
Yeah.
It's very much like these two teams really don't. I mean, they see each other really once, with the exception of the preseason. They play each other in the preseason pretty much every single year. But in the regular season, they see each other once every 4 years.
It's the White Sox and the Cubs.
Right. Fan bases, especially on their side. Honestly, their side wound us up. We didn't really care. the way they started acting, it got us into it. And you saw my situation aside, I saw a fight a couple of sections down that had a fan getting kicked out. There is a viral video going around that I need to make a video about of this dumbass Ravens fan who literally found a Commanders fan after the game and just jumped him for no reason and then ran away, filmed it. I'm surprised you haven't seen that yet. It's everywhere. It's literally this dude in a Lamar jersey who's coming up to a random guy in a Sean Taylor jersey, unprovoked, and just jumps him and runs away. And I mean, like, there was a lot of heat between these two fan bases. Honestly, my situation just, I don't even have too much to say other than just be nice to people.
I don't see anything. Yeah. No, I don't see anything.
Like, yeah.
It was really funny though. It was
my entire thought process. I'm so serious when I say this. The entire time while that was happening, here's what's going through my head. Keep walking, don't get punched. You're gonna have a viral video.
If you did get socked in the face, like that would have hit like 4 million views today.
Probably. But I wasn't exactly trying.
Either that or you're a Tobias Harris fanboy.
By the way, the last 3 days have been the best days of views we have had in years. We got
good shit.
The best stretch of videos, views-wise, we've had on the new account, without a doubt, maybe ever.
Yeah.
450,000 views, Tobias Harris. The Commanders fan, 268,000 views. Me dominating Ravens trivia, 464,000 views.
That's very insane, Josh.
What, that Ravens trivia one?
Yes.
Yeah, that last one, the Philip Lindsay one, I impressed myself.
Yeah, that was
the Philip Lindsay one was. But
that's a good concept. You should do that more.
I'm going to, and when I'm going to Tampa next week, I'm gonna do I know your team better than you for the Bucks?
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
But yeah, I have an idea that I'm going to get into in a second. I want to hear what your thoughts are, but I want to talk about the actual game first. Sure. I was talking about this in the car. By the way, you can hear my about the game and all that. This is the first game of the year.
It was a fun game. It was a fun game.
First game of the year. You hear my voice a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of yelling yesterday.
Yeah.
I said this driving back. That felt like just two really quality football teams going at it.
Yeah.
And what I cannot tell you the last time, because the Bengals game, obviously we played well against the Bengals, but there were plenty of moments in that Bengals game that were very frustrating. I cannot tell you the last time that I watched the Ravens play. I really felt like we played a great game from start to finish, and yet the opponent kept up.
Yeah.
That includes the AFC Championship game. I felt like we did a lot of things where we got in our own way. Honestly, I cannot tell you the last time the Ravens won a game or played a game, period, where I really felt like we played a great game from start to finish, and yet the opponent kept up. I don't have, usually when the Ravens play a close game, I come in and say, we need to do this, this, and this better. I don't feel that way, and yet we won the game by 7 points. And that tells me a lot about Washington. A lot. They really, really impressed me.
Yeah, they were nice, dude. They are nice. It's going to be, it's so interesting how it happened, though. Like, it just feels like they came out of nowhere. They came out of left field, and now this team is just firing on all cylinders. I mean, their defense is all right, but they aren't the end of the world. And I mean, Jaden Daniels.
Honestly, that defense is improving, though.
They are improving, yeah.
It's improving.
Funny what they're doing on Dan Quinn.
Yeah, defensive guy.
Good guy. Good coach. He's had his moments of being a bad coach over the years, but
yeah,
he's at the end of the day, man, he does his job. He does his job pretty damn well. We're being honest.
From the Ravens standpoint, I feel like we're back to the way that I felt last year, where it was, at least to offense, defensively, it's not the same. So I don't feel the same way about the team. Because the way the team was last year, I felt like just straight up no one's better than us. Because our defense is not on the level it was last year, I don't necessarily feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
But offensively, I don't know how the hell you stop that. Derrick Henry is 30 years old. He is on pace. 30 years old. He is on pace for 1,994 yards and 23 touchdowns. At 30.
It's absurd, dude. It's ridiculous. With those two together, I mean, it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we talked about it multiple times how you said, Ravens fans were begging for this to happen for years. And then it finally did. And now it's just like, holy shit. Dude, anytime that you guys are at like the 5-yard line, it's basically guaranteed touchdown.
Yeah. Derrick Henry has played 6 games as a Raven. He has scored a touchdown every single game.
Yep. It's either going to be him or it's either going to be him up the middle or Lamar's going to get on the outside. And you know what? If they really want some trickery, run a little play action, throw up the ball to somebody like Zay Flowers, throw it up to Bateman.
Guess who finally tied the Ravens record?
He finally had a day. He finally had a day. That's what I needed. I was very happy with him.
Money Mark.
Yeah, Money Mark did too, but I'm very happy with Zay Flowers too.
All in the first half.
Yeah.
9 catches for 132 yards and a half.
He's fun. He's fun. I like him. He finally gave me a fantasy performance. What?
Am I delayed? I think I'm like delayed. Hold on, let me refresh. I think I'm like delayed or something.
Okay, guys, Josh is refreshing. So, great NFL weekend. NFC North is so good, and the Bears are on the bye week. But it's just like, guys, they're so good.
There we go.
Bears are so good. That's all I had to say while you were gone.
Rashad Bateman is coming into his own as well.
Yeah, he is.
That's an underrated storyline too.
Yeah. He's settling in, bro. He's settling in, and it's nice. It's very nice to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I actually did. I watched basically all of the Ravens Commanders game yesterday because obviously the Bears. I might have fallen asleep for a little bit during like the second half. That London wake up fucked me up, dude. But I did watch most of it. I was there mentally for most of it.
All right. Here is my idea.
Okay.
So it is not if, it is when the NFL goes to 18 games at some point.
Sure.
When they do,
okay.
Here is my proposal. You establish every single team an interconference rival. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Ravens Commanders every year. Jets Giants.
It's not an interconference rival.
Like outside of conference.
Oh, I thought you said inner conference, like in your conference. I was like,
no.
Okay, so like a close game. A close game.
AFC versus NFC rivalry game. This is your 18th game. Jets, Giants, Rams, Chargers, Ravens, Commanders. And I went and I figured it out what it would be. I had to reach a little bit.
I'm going to guess. Your Bears is either, I'm not looking. Your Bears is either the Colts or the Browns.
It's the Colts.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, let's see.
And you would obviously, every year you would alternate AFC and NFC for who hosts it.
Okay.
So 1 year would be AFC, 1 year would be NFC. This is your 18th game. This is everyone's matchup. This is how I would do it.
But this isn't the last game of the year, is it?
No. It's just like you add the extra game. This is the game that you add, and these two teams will play each other every single year.
Maybe they even make it like a specified week when this happens.
Yeah.
That'll make sense. Let's see. Denver, Seattle, that's a good one.
The bottom 4 were the ones that were hardest. Yeah. The one it was like Chiefs, Cardinals, and Patriots, Panthers were the only way. Same with like the Lions and the Bengals. Like it was just kind of it was the only way where I can get close enough for all 32, where it's like you have a team like Seattle, no one's even close to Seattle.
Yeah. Why Buffalo, Minnesota? Like what?
And then there are so many teams that are close to each other. One kind of has to go further away. Like it was.
Well, they kind of do this during preseason. They kind of do. Like
I spent a lot of time trying to figure out a way where like the closest where like there is no scenario where any team is going that far, and this is the best I could do.
Yeah, because we usually play either the Colts or the Browns during preseason every year.
Because let me tell you, having that, the ramp up this week, I honestly, on social media, felt the way the Ravens Steelers ramp up felt. It was that intense.
Yeah.
So imagine that every year. Imagine Jets Giants every year.
I think you should make a video about this.
I'm going to.
This is good stuff. This is. It makes sense.
I think because it's eventually they're going to go to 18.
Yeah.
Why not do this? I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be a video.
Yeah, that's a good one, Josh.
Now that we're 20 minutes into the show, let's talk about the rest of the week.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Let's start off with. We always have a good amount of Lions people in here. Let's start off with the Lions Cowboys game.
Scorigami.
They are who we thought they were. The Detroit Lions, not the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys fucking suck.
Remember what I told you a couple weeks ago? They're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, they are not going to the playoffs. They suck. They are like hot garbage. And I believe they said on the broadcast that was like the second biggest loss ever for the Cowboys. Or
happy birthday, Jerry.
I think was his birthday yesterday.
Yep.
You know what? Honestly, he kind of deserves that as his birthday gift this year. So,
what Jerry needs to do is fire his GM,
and that is Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry. Yeah. We said earlier in the season that it's like a reality TV show over there. It's just the culture just seems dead. The fans are great. Dallas Cowboys fans are great. They are so passionate for this damn team. But you can't be Jerry Jones saying we're going all in and then proceed to do absolutely nothing to build this team. Nothing. It's ridiculous. You re-signed Dak Prescott, who looks like hot garbage right now. CeeDee Lamb is not playing good football. The Cowboys as a whole, you had a great win against.
I don't think Dak has been playing that bad. He didn't play well yesterday. Yesterday he
had a terrible day. Terrible.
No, but I'm saying overall.
Yeah, he's been okay. And I mean, I just don't know. And you see this why the NFL is so great, because I don't know how they go from a great last-second win in Pittsburgh on prime time in a sloppy, delayed game, and then you go home and you get fucking smoked, killed. Like, if they lost this game by 10, it happens, whatever. Josh, they lost this game by 40 points? They lost this game to the Detroit Lions by 40 points when they went in there and beat this same team last year. It's
the terrible. Lions were toying with them.
Oh, yeah. Dude, they were trying to get a big man touchdown. They did not care.
No. They tried to do it on the same play with Dan Skipper.
Yeah. They did not care at all. Well, I mean, dude, that's what you do also, man. They, for some reason, Lions, they've tried to create a rivalry with the Cowboys over that. But.
So, Bill Belichick's story, right? You know where he came from.
Of course.
With Bill Parcells.
Of course, yeah.
Bill Parcells is the only head coach that Jerry Jones has ever hired where he genuinely let the head coach make the decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick would be the second. But ask Patriots fans how GM Bill Belichick was at the end of his career.
Not good.
So there is that. And here's the big thing that I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see everything he's doing in media? See how well he's doing in media?
He's
see how much fun it looks like he's having? If you're Bill Belichick, why the fuck would you want to go back to the NFL?
You have your
Anywhere.
money. You have
Forget
everything.
Dallas. Anywhere.
Yeah. You have your money. You have your legacy. You have
His
everything.
legacy is more than set.
Yeah. And he is also 72 years old. I think that he just hangs up the boots, and I think that he's hung up the boots already, and that he's just hanging out, having fun for the rest of his years.
All of that being said, if there's anywhere that I see him going,
it is Dallas.
It's Dallas.
No, Dallas is the one place where he would go, but it just doesn't make sense.
And I don't think it would be smart on his part. What more does he have to gain except for actually the all-time wins record?
Yeah. That's it.
Try and catch Don Shula. That's it.
But still, I don't really think he's going to do that either. I really don't think that matters to him in this moment.
It did last year, though. People close to him said it mattered. So maybe there were people close to him that said that, because obviously, Bill loves his NFL history.
Yeah.
People close to him did say that was something that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something that would bring him back, it's that.
Would be that. And he could do it with Dallas. He could.
Yeah, well, I forget how many wins away he is.
Yeah, it's a small number. I know that.
It's more than one season. I know that. But it's not that big of a number, but it is more than one season, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 26 wins away.
Okay, so that's probably what, 3 years?
Maybe 4. Depends how good the team he goes to.
True.
He is in the regular season. Wait, that's regular season. Yeah, because the record's 347 with Shula. Okay, no. He's actually, when you include the playoffs, which is obviously the way it should be, he's 14 away. So that's 2 years.
You can go back for a little 2-year stint.
Yeah.
Do I think he's going
7 and 10 twice?
I think he's going to? No.
Yeah.
I think he's just done. Dallas, I think they're just done. They're going to crumble. Mike McCarthy, I think that he should have been fired last year. I don't think that was really a now thing. I mean, it's been kind of proven that it's just not working between them.
But let's be honest.
Sure.
How much of it is him and how much of it is Jerry? How much of it really is?
Oh, it's like 99% Jerry.
Right. So how much of it's going to get fixed if you fire Mike McCarthy?
Probably like none, but that's how it's going to be.
So why are we blaming Mike McCarthy at all? I think the focus should solely be on Jerry Jones. I know what's going to happen. His scapegoat's going to be Mike McCarthy. Everyone's going to blame him. I'm not saying McCarthy's a good coach, but this is not on him. I'm putting this solely on the man at the top.
And what do? Just say, all right, I'll still be the owner and everything, but I'm letting somebody else take the reins?
No. That's not what's going to happen.
They never will.
Nope.
So then what do you do?
You wait about 10 years.
Jesus Christ, Joshua. I mean, obviously, that's so fucked, but you're not wrong. I mean, he's an old man. How old is Jerry now?
82, yesterday.
Jesus, and he's still running a football team.
The man is in the Hall of Fame, and deservedly so, for the record, for what he built and what he's done for the NFL.
Yeah.
He's a deserved Pro Football Hall of Famer for everything he has done, not only for the Cowboys, but for the league.
But right now, he's also torching his legacy at the same time.
Correct. Because there's a whole generation of fans who don't know him as that. No. They know him as the guy who ruined the Cowboys, not as the guy who actually saved the Cowboys. The reason why he ruined them is because he's the one who built them up.
Yeah, and he's still trying to use old methods that just don't work.
Yep. All right.
And flying onto their practice field in a helicopter during practice.
Moving on.
Because he's Jerry Jones and he lives in Texas and he has a lot of money, probably a lot of guns, and he kind of lives the dream life, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the Dallas Cowboys just sucking. They suck. Hutch, I don't know why the Lions won't just. I think that Dan's going to come out and say, or Hutch himself say he's done for the year, which I mean, it's already pretty
He
much,
is.
yeah, which sucks.
Listen, what Dan Campbell said was 4 to 6 months. Oh, he could come back sooner than that. Well, you realize it's October, right? Let's say he comes back in 3. It's the middle of October, middle of November, middle of December, middle of January. You're saying maybe he can come back for a Super Bowl? Like, that's what it would be, which I'm not saying is out of the question. But, like, let's not act like, oh, he'll be back this year. Like,
No.
The absolute best case scenario is maybe he can play at 50% if you make it to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they won't make it because, I mean, the way they look. But, like, yeah, he's done for.
There's just no point. They should just.
There's no point in holding out hope, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it should be. Hey, maybe if we make the Super Bowl, he'll play, but he's done for the year,
and that sucks.
It does suck.
Really sucks.
Big time sucks. That was gross. That was a gross picture. I didn't even see it at first at all. Like when I was like watching
me too.
Play of it, I didn't even see it. I'm like, what's wrong? And then
yeah, it was like on the 3rd or 4th replay.
Yep, and I'm just like, Bees, usually when it's those bad, what's it called? Bad leg injuries. It's usually over by the knee or up there.
Yeah, so because of the pads, you don't always see
it. But you saw
not like basketball.
Yeah, but you saw that one, Josh.
Yeah,
you did. God, man. Shout out to modern day medicine and technology being able to actually fix that.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you do that, but it's bad.
Let's move on to another game.
Yeah. Hutch, he'll be back next year, but he'll be back. He'll be good.
How about Tampa?
Oh.
I'll be there.
Next
week. Monday Night Football, Ravens Bucks.
Yeah.
The gauntlet continues.
Actually, nobody will be watching, though. Nobody will be watching. We will all be watching the Chargers and the Cardinals instead. Sorry, Josh.
I didn't even know there was a Monday Night doubleheader at that point.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
But
and guess what the other one is? It's when the Bears and the Vikings play each other on Monday Night Football. I forget what the other game is, but so we both have Monday Night doubleheaders.
Yes. This is the 4th week in a row. The Ravens, huge game this week. We had the Bills, the Bengals, Commanders. Now we got the Bucks on Monday Night Football.
Yeah. And 2 of those games are games where you thought, all right, this might be a decent game, but they turned out to be incredible games.
Thank God after that we have Cleveland.
Yeah, because these Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man, that offense got going yesterday like nobody's business, and they just couldn't be stopped. The Saints caught up for a while. Saints caught up. That game was on pace to be over 100 points scored at the end of the first half, which is crazy. That's we always talk about good defensive football and whatever. That was fun to watch. I had a great time. I had a great time watching that. It was fun.
Just so we're clear, just because we say defensive football is fun doesn't mean that isn't also.
No.
While we're talking about defense, everyone's talking about, oh, wow, what happened to the Saints offense? Isn't that? What the fuck happened to the Saints defense?
Yikes. That was a collapse. Well, no, it really.
But it's been like that since week 2.
The offense. They had a couple turnovers. They had a couple picks off of Baker. I mean,
watch the picks.
Yeah, I know. They were a lot of Baker, not a lot of defense, but
no, they were ridiculously lucky. They weren't even on Baker either.
Yeah.
One of them was one of the craziest. Did you see this one? Did you see the second one?
No, I don't think so.
Let me find it. This is one of the crazy interceptions I've ever seen.
I saw the tip ball pick at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The one they tipped and then it went up in the air and the dude caught it like against him.
We might be talking about the same one. We might not. We might be talking about the same one. We might.
He had 3 of them. The third one was the only one that was really that.
We might be talking.
Or his first one. Maybe his first one was the one that was really that bad. Cam Jordan made a great play on the other one. And then, yeah, you saw the other one. I'm trying to find it.
Welcome to NFL Monday, ladies and gentlemen. We have Monday Night Football tonight as well. The Bills and the Jets in New York. Well, either way, it would still be in New York.
Whatever, I
But
can't find it. You'll just
New York
find it later.
City, I think,
Anyway.
right? Isn't it? I swear to God, is this game in Buffalo or is it in?
Jets.
Okay, thank God. That's what I thought it was, and I wasn't.
Yes,
100%.
we will be live tonight on TikTok and Twitch.
So the game's in New York.
It's in East Rutherford.
Yeah, it's in New Jersey, Josh. It's in New Jersey.
Yeah.
But their name is New York.
Yeah. Lamar is 22-1 against NFC opponent.
What's that one loss? Sounds really weird and really familiar. What is that one loss on Lamar Jackson's record?
A ridiculously makes no sense double-digit blown lead to the Giants. Daniel Jones beat us. It's the only one.
Oh, I'm tripping balls, man. That's totally on me.
You were thinking a game where Flacco started.
Yes, I was. God damn it. Josh, you got me, dude.
The only time where we lost is when we blew a double-digit fourth quarter blown lead to the Giants in 2022.
That's right. That is.
Lamar should be 23-0 against NFC opponents.
Yeah, that's bad news. Giants stupid.
I believe we're doing the whole game.
Nice. I'll pop by and say hi while the Jets are up. I almost just gave away solid info right there, but
yes, you did. Yesterday was so.
But it's also kind of expected if you watch this show for more than a day.
Yeah. No, I do not, because I don't see the Raiders trading him.
No. But all right.
What other games are there to talk about? Because it was so
good. It was just it was an easy prediction day. Everything that happened. The Packers beat the shit out of the Cardinals.
So much for the upset of the week there.
Hey, fuck you.
No, it was my upset also.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, we were both on that one then.
Yeah, no, I wasn't trolling. I was right there with you.
Why'd you pick that as your upset of the week? Because the Cardinals the week before.
I like Arizona.
Yeah, they look fun. They look frisky. And then they went out there and just looked like my left pocket. Just tons of dog shit.
Bad.
Eagles,
Browns. All right.
The Browns were competitive, man.
I'll admit it.
The Eagles played a bad game.
I'll admit it. I'm officially worried about the Eagles.
I'm worried about the Eagles, and I'm worried about their head coach because he needs to go. I just don't like his energy either.
Am I crazy for I feel like I'm the only person that kind of likes him.
It feels like they hired a Philly guy off the street to be the head coach.
I know.
That's exactly he fits perfectly. But then what is the problem, Josh?
Yeah.
What else is the problem, dude? You got superstars.
I'm this kind of felt like the game where it was okay.
CJ Gardner-Johnson fucking sucks too, which is actually cinema to watch. I'm not going to lie. He's so bad, and it's so fun to watch. I hate that guy. I hate him with a passion.
Yeah.
I don't hate a lot of people, but I have a hatred for him. And we don't even play the Eagles nothing. I just can't stand him. I like the Eagles, not him.
Philly combining. I'm officially being worried about Philly, and also seeing what I saw in person out of Washington yesterday is
scary.
I was talking about how I think Philly might still win that division.
It's the commies.
Yeah. And I can't get over how well the Commanders played.
Yeah, dude.
I was so impressed.
They look like a competent ball club, dude.
Yeah, because we played well and they kept up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very, very impressed by them.
They played like a competent ball club.
Jaden Daniels threw some lasers too.
Yeah.
Lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's going to be so cool to see Caleb Williams Rookie of the Week this week.
Yeah.
It's going to be so cool to see that, Josh. But yeah, that game.
Actually, let me give you a little warning. Commanders fans are going to come right at you. Get ready.
Yeah.
You don't know what's coming. You
No,
don't know what's coming with that fan base.
I know there's a storm brewing, man. I know that there's a storm brewing. I know there is. And if Caleb beats them, man, they're not going to be happy, Josh. That guy who tried to jump you might be at my house if we win that game. I will be so happy if we just go out there and get the dub, dude. Oh, my God. It would be cinema, Josh.
They'll never take the Cowboys off primetime, though, so.
No, they won't. It's going to be a nooner, man. I looked at 3 o'clock, and the only one that was I was kind of like maybe is it was
They won't do that. They don't do that until way later in the year for like flexing like that.
They fucking should, dude. Like I saw a tweet and it's like give America what they want to see. I know that like everybody's like I know that the Cowboys and the 49ers marquee matchup, but
the thing is, you look at the numbers
and it's worth it.
You got to remember,
But also
90% of football fans, 95% of football fans are casuals. Yep. And when you see, the Cowboys are playing, the reason why they're always on primetime is because they always get the most viewers.
Yeah.
The reason why the Steelers are always on primetime, they always get the most viewers.
It just also depends on
the better game might be Cowboys and it might be Commanders and Bears, but reality is Niners Cowboys would get more viewers than Commanders Bears would.
No, I completely understand, and that's the reason why it's not. It's just like it just depends because what was I gonna say? It depends on the markets too. Like the number one market in the world is New York. So that's why New York teams are always on prime time. Number 2 is LA. Number 3, Chicago.
Yep.
Now, I mean, that's why you'll see the Rams a lot. That's why you'll see the Chargers a lot on prime time as well. Just because they numbers. Yeah. The Giants, the Jets.
Yeah.
Like the other game, if they could flex out Monday night, they probably would for Bears Commanders because it was Giants versus someone. I don't know. It was a shitty game. But it probably won't happen. You know what? That's okay. I'm actually kind of fine with the Bears playing this game at noon. Because then I don't really have to like stress about it crazily. Like I'll still stress, but playing on primetime and losing on primetime is 10 times worse than losing at noon.
Yeah.
When it's just you watching it. That's why the Houston game hits so hard, dude.
All right.
But yeah.
You want to get into the pick for tonight?
Sure. Is there any other game that you really want to touch on?
Really?
It's
kind of a weird day.
Yeah, it's just I feel like 2 of the most exciting games yesterday were the Bears and the Ravens.
Yeah.
I mean, just going through Sunday Night Football sucked. That was bad football. That was just Sac City in New York last night.
Yeah.
But it was just bad, not entertaining football. Thank God. Chase Brown, thank you so much at the end of the game for not doing what the new NFL standard is and kneeing the football at the 1-yard line, and he took it in for 6. Bengals covered. That was beautiful. That was awesome. I was laying in bed like half asleep watching that, and then I just go, yeah! I fell asleep. That was it. I just went to bed. Because I was kind of hoping that he was going to get stopped and they were going to kick the field goal instead. But then right when I just see him going, I'm like, fuck, yeah. And then I fell asleep like immediately after that play. I just turned off the TV and went to bed.
Nice.
But Texans did their job against the Patriots. Drake May debut. He was fine. Fine.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get to that. Yeah. Okay, I do.
He got killed.
He looked like a 22-year-old rookie playing in his first game. He showed flashes.
Yep.
He made some bad plays. He made some good plays.
Yep.
Needs time. But
why is he out there? Why is he on the field?
You know what? Honestly, he kind of proved why yesterday. He played well.
Yeah.
Like he honestly he did yesterday enough to kind of defend that decision.
No, he had a good game. It's just still, I mean, I like the patience, and there was really no patience in this situation.
But he didn't. He did what he. I don't think Jacoby Brissett plays better.
No, he doesn't.
Which is why I think it's the right decision.
Yeah, it is. It's just at the same time, it's like,
yeah,
we all know that the Patriots aren't going anywhere, and the Patriots know that as well. They're not going anywhere this year, so they could have, gave some time. But
the longer they waited, the worse it was going to get.
True. That's very true, Josh. But they did.
Yeah.
And he did fine. He did his job.
Bills, Jets.
Bills, Jets, getting straight into it. I'm just going to look over one more time. Anything else to talk about? No. Steelers, good game from them. Falcons beat the Panthers. Yeah, probably one of the most boring NFL days. Probably the most boring NFL slate that we've had yet this year.
Oh, yeah, by far.
But at the end of the day, football's still football, and it was fun. So.
But yeah, for those of you that did not tune in at the beginning of the show, the best week of picks in the Next Network history is 14-2. The fans are 13-0. I am 12-1. Burns is 10-3, and Michael 9-4 is the worst at 9-4. 9-4 was the worst.
Michael, whenever it's an easy prediction week, he always sucks.
No, but no, my point was that he went 9-4, and that was the worst.
Yeah, that is actually insane. That is insane. But looking ahead, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight, I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it sweet. I'm going to keep it simple. This is what's going to happen. In the first quarter, you're going to see Garrett Wilson find the end zone on the first drive. Aaron Rodgers, on the first drive of the game, the Jets are going to start with the ball. And if they don't, then it's going to be a 3-and-out from the Bills, and then they're going to punt. And Aaron Rodgers is going to find Garrett Wilson down the field for a 35-yard touchdown. 35 yards. Remember that number, okay? Remember that number, every single person watching. I got the script sent to me. And then Josh Allen's going to go out into the field, slightly concussed. He's going to be like that one XFL interview saying, is this or is this not the XFL? And he's still playing after getting knocked out a week previously.
No, the NFL said that he was good.
No, I know. I'm just fucking around.
And the NFLPA.
Yeah. But
the NFLPA wouldn't say
yeah,
that.
I just don't know how that happens and how he plays like that. But go you, Josh Allen. Go you. We're rooting for you. Just kidding. Not tonight. Because I am taking the New York Jets to win this game because the Jets, they need it. They need to be first place in the AFC East. And then I don't want to hear a word of shit talk from anybody about my Jets to the Super Bowl pick because then it will still be alive and well. And
Michael just entered the sheet.
Oh, Michael's sitting in the sheet.
What,
and I'm going to take the Jets with Mr. Michael Mursky to win this game. Because also the fans, all of you are due for a loss. All of you are due for one. I'm going to take the Jets to win this game 28-17.
There you go.
And also, if anybody is curious, in my fantasy league, the Super Bowl Super Bears are moving to 5-1 tonight, unless if Josh Allen dies on the field. And then that was really bad. I shouldn't have said that. And I didn't mean any context to it. And the Bills defense. Yeah, I did not mean any context to that whatsoever. I seriously did. I swear to God. I just made that.
I know.
I made that realization after.
I know.
And the Bills defense scores like 100 points. But look at that. The Super Bowl Super Bears right there, about to be 5-1 after the worst week of the year because I had both Justin Jefferson and Travis Kelce on the bye this week. Nice. But we're good. We're there. Big win. And Josh has the Bills.
Yes, I do.
Because he's not fun. But you know what I have, Josh?
What?
You know what I have?
What?
Sitting in my living room right now? A crock pot on the counter. What do you think's in it? Chad, take a guess. What do you think's in it? I forgot to tell Chad about that. No idea. I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
I have absolutely no idea.
Does your family, do you ever just go home from, you would get home from school, you see the crock pot on the counter?
No, because usually when I got home, my parents were working. So
Oh, but that's like the best. Well, they could put it in before they would go to work
true.
in the morning. You just put it in the crock pot, keep it there for a while. I got this thing in there for 6 hours. I might even stretch it to 7 to get it really nice and juicy and tender. Guess what it is, Josh? A big old 3.5 pound chuck roast in there. And what's going to happen is right when I take it out after 6 hours, this house is about to smell like heaven. Heaven. I got it in beef stock, a little wash your sister sauce, a little a Jew. That's how you say it, Josh. Not coming after you once again. You can call it my
I'm
word.
aware.
Yeah, a little Jew seasoning packet, and then some minced garlic, some onions in there, and I'm making not Italian beef but French dip sandwiches, and some pepperoncini peppers in there, guys. But holy shit, man, it's gonna be. We're having a good meal at the house for that's my food for the week, basically. So I'm living off a 3.5 pound chuck roast for the next 4 days of my life, but that's okay. All right, chat. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you guys coming by. Another episode of Burns and Berman in the books. I almost wasn't able to do Friday, like this Friday, upcoming one.
I won't be able to do next Monday because I'll be in Tampa.
That's really cool with me because I'm going to probably be sleeping when I get home. Have I told you what I'm doing this weekend?
I think you have. Remind me.
She said I was on old Rocky Top down in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I fly out of Chicago like Friday night, and then I get back. I land. My flight is at 7 a.m. Monday morning. So then I get there at 8 a.m. I land in Chicago at like 8:30, and then I drive like 2.5 hours down to school. So I'll probably be dead like a dog by that point. Yeah. But sounds good. No, I'm sick that day. And never mind, guys. We have no episodes this week. We have no episodes. We'll have Michael on for like one episode. One singular episode, and he might just get kicked out after like 5
on Wednesday.
Sure. Man, you remember when we used to have Fetterman Fridays?
Yes.
And then he would just talk about just random stuff for 2 minutes straight. That kid, I was actually texting him this morning because I had to ask him. Redbird basketball is coming up real soon. I had to ask him. And he's like, my partner has a whole preview for your whole conference coming out this week. I'm like, okay, I'll be tuned in. So
perfect.
Yeah. But all right, guys. Thank you all so much. Oh, yeah. And it would be like when you said a random word. Yes, I would if I was home, but I don't know if I will. Oh, yeah. When we said a random word. Wait. Didn't we do that to Michael?
No, we did it the same. We did it the same.
I feel like we did it to Michael one time, too. We should start planning this right now. We should plan this right now. What's a good word that we could use? And then, like, right when what says it? Mars? Okay. We got to get Jack on for Wednesday if Michael's coming on. Jack has to be here, too.
Okay.
And then when one of us says Mars, Michael is just gone. He's going to be
like, no, we have to agree to it.
Okay.
We have to agree in the right time.
Okay. I'll have my phone ready. I'll be texting you throughout the stream then. I'll be ready to roll. But all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Double Victory Monday. Once again, in the books. The Bears are back. The Ravens have always been here. So I don't want to hear that much hype from Josh. But I'm hyped myself because you see this on the wall behind me. That's where this team might end up by the end of this year. So bear down.
Patriots sure won't.
Yeah, no. That's it right there, Will. But hey, bear down. We're back. I'm happy. Goodbye, everyone.